Yes. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Can you hear me? If yes, please type yes in the chat box. If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat box. Welcome to the session. Thank you very much for your confirmations. I'm stopping the chat box. I am stopping the chat box. Thank you for your confirmation. Welcome to the first session on basics of Python. My name is Sunil Kopavarpu. I'm from Hyderabad and I will be your instructor for this Python course. This is a very introductory course where we'll cover all the concepts related to basics of Python. So what is our plan for today? In this session, I'll discuss about these following points. What is Python? What is the use of a programming language? Python falls under which level of programming language? Who is this Guido van Rossum? What are the prerequisites to learn Python? Why Python is very popular these days? We'll discuss about features of Python. I'll also show you how to install Python in your personal laptops or desktops. I'll also show how to install Python on your personal laptops and desktops. So we'll discuss about the installation process. After this session, you can also install Python on your personal laptop and desktop. You can also start practicing Python. So we'll learn Python installation. Python IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment. You will experience what is IDLE. And we will be running a first Python program. So most of the points we are learning today. A very, very interesting first session where we'll cover directly we jump into the Python. We'll understand theory about Python. We'll learn about installation of Python and you will be experiencing your first Python program. So this is our agenda for today's session. This is our agenda for today's session. Few points I want to discuss. There is a WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. There is a WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. I hope you are already in the WhatsApp group. In case if you are not in the WhatsApp group, which is created exclusively for this particular batch, I'll be sharing you the WhatsApp group now. Python. This is the WhatsApp group link. Participants, I'm sharing the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. I'm sharing the WhatsApp group link in the chat box. There is an exclusively WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. So if you want to get the updates about this particular batch, I have just shared a link in the chat box. Please join the WhatsApp group if you're not already in the group. Okay. So this is our plan for the first day. Before getting into the concepts, any questions? If you want to have an interaction, please raise your hand. If you have any questions or you want to talk to me, anybody, please raise your hand. Okay. Good morning, Rohit. How are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute. You are now allowed. Yes, Rohit. How are you doing? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I'm good.
Your
Actually, my
location,
question
your
is, I am from
experience.
location Tirupati.
Tirupati.
Yes, Sunil.
What's your experience, Rohit?
Actually, I'm from mechanical background. I did job in mechanical core related side.
Mm-hmm.
So as a no growth from mechanical side, I wanted to shift it to IT.
Shift to IT industry. Okay.
So I don't have any programming language by joining.
No problem, Rohit. You don't need to worry about this. There is no prerequisite to learn Python. Python is very
Yeah.
easy programming language which anybody can learn. Okay. So there's no
Okay.
prerequisite. You may be a mechanical background. You may be non IT background. It doesn't matter. All the examples will be clearly understanding the concept, and you'll be writing the code of programs. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So, Rohit, there are a lot of technologies available. We have Java, we have Python, we have .NET. So, why did you select this Python? Did anybody recommended you? Did you get my question?
Actually, one of my friend said, yeah, he referred me this link.
Mhm.
It's Sunil Papara, who is teaching Python.
Okay.
He
You have your friend
explained very well.
recommended.
He's told like that. So I
The
joined.
friend recommended. Okay. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you. Nice to speak to you, Rohit. Okay. Good morning, Praveen. How are you doing? Your location, your experience, please.
Yeah, very good morning, sir. I have attended your DevOps, Python,
Okay.
and everything. So I
Good.
have joined just to inform you that I got selected to Cognizant.
Wow. Congratulations, Praveen.
Thank you,
Very
sir.
good.
Thank you.
We have started our batch, which is very good news. So you
Yeah.
got job in which technology? Is it Python or DevOps?
Node.js, sir.
Node.js. Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you learn Node.js?
Actually, I have learned MERN stack even when I was brushing up with skills like the batch which you started with HTML, CSS,
UI
Bootstrap, and
technologies.
yeah, UI
Mhm.
technologies.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I have brushed up and I have for the interview preparation only I have joined that free class, sir.
Which one? The UI technologies.
Yeah, UI technologies.
Okay. Okay.
So I have improved confidence and
Mhm.
thereafter JavaScript also very boosted very much confidence in me, sir. The
Very good.
JavaScript which you have
Okay. Very
taught
good.
in UI technologies. So
Okay. Mhm.
I prefer like JavaScript is very different that I learned from you, sir. Like irrespective of
The perceptions.
yeah, like a full stack and everything they are saying. The
Mhm.
way that you have taught us like JavaScript is very important for the interview kind
Correct.
of bios as well.
So this training of UI tech. You have not, you have joined the UI technologies?
Yes,
Have
yes,
you
I
learned
have.
Python
Yes, yes.
from me?
Python. Yes, sir. Yeah, Python also.
You have completed.
Yeah, but basic only, sir, not with Django framework.
Okay, okay.
Basic I
So
have
the
done.
main reason for joining this session is to inform that you got
Yeah,
the job. Okay,
yeah.
congrats, Praveen. Congrats, thank
Because I
you.
have tried in WhatsApp, sir, but yeah, you were not available and you didn't give any.
Okay, okay. Good,
I
good.
want to inform and it may
Hmm.
also useful to other
All the
participants.
best,
who are
all the
learning
best.
your class.
And one more point, Praveen.
Yeah.
Whether it is Node.js or Django framework or Angular or some other any technology,
Yeah.
frequent learning is important.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It
If
may
in the
be.
interview also before this, like HR asked me, you know Python? Oh, great, they have said, sir. But
Hmm.
I thought like Python with Django, they will be asking. But
Hmm.
entirely when the technical person took the interview, she asked starting me from JavaScript and Node.js. I thought like they asked me Python and Django from at sudden it was changed into Node.js technology.
Okay.
So anyway, I know about JavaScript, and she asked me like, what is the like promise? She asked about promise and ES
Okay.
2016 features,
Okay. Okay.
and she asked like about asked me to write the promise and
Mhm.
and Node.js related terms like how we use middleware
Mhm.
and packages those are required for networking apps like
Okay.
Morgan. Some few packages are there, sir. But it was like and what is the importance of package.json file in
Mhm.
it will be in React and Node everything everywhere, sir. Package.json. So what is the importance of that file?
Good.
Yeah. So
Where did you
basics
learn
and
Node.js?
Node. I didn't learn much about Node.js, sir, but I followed few resources like Pact, which is
Okay.
an online resource,
Mhm.
and I took MERN, but it was not like for the training, as I have seen, like unlike you, sir, nobody is giving like interview.
Crisp.
Yeah, yes, crisp, and I can say
Mhm.
like interview related. I can't.
Okay.
Even
Mhm.
CCBP, some course which is started like by IITs, they are saying, but
Mhm.
still a person was given a reference to me that to guide him. And I asked him like where you have learned full stack. He said CCBP. Some
Some
like in
institute.
YouTube. Yeah. CCBP in online it is very famous, sir.
Okay.
So their
Okay.
mode is like they'll give some links and they will attend the classes through that links that is recorded, not like Logic Labs, live classes.
Okay.
So I feel like there is very much advantage from your classes rather other.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very
so
much.
I
Thank
just
you
want
very
to let
much.
other people also
What
know.
is that? CP? BC?
CCBP, sir.
Okay.
CCBP.
Okay.
CCBP 4.0 something will be there. Many will be there, so like ads will be coming too much.
Okay. Thank you very much, Praveen. You
Yeah.
have made my day. We have started a session.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we keep getting a lot of success stories. Many
Yeah.
is not reported. Okay.
Yeah.
You got a chance to report. So this
Yes,
boosts
yes.
our participants in our new batch.
And Python full stack also they are asking, sir, but they told like Flask will be required. So I have learned Python. Sir, for interview perspective, Python, like what they will keep concentration to ask in interview perspective, sir, like in Python if they want to ask.
All the concepts, whatever we have learned, the packages, modules, okay,
Okay.
decorators, functions, everything. And what you have learned is basics of Python. I am starting advanced Python also, as well as you stay in the group.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Praveen,
Yes.
advanced Python is nothing but Django framework.
Okay.
So I will be starting it. Okay. So
Yeah.
once you complete the Django framework,
Yeah. And
your exposure towards how exactly web application development helps will grow, and it helps in Node.js technologies.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Praveen. Thank you very much. Please refer our institute, Praveen, to your friends who are interested in IT jobs.
Yeah, actually, I have for freshers also I have shared, sir. Like one of my brother is also learning Python,
Thank you.
but it is from Ritu, ma'am, I guess.
Okay, whatever it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning, Saujanya. How are you doing?
Hello, myself Saujanya. Right now I'm in the US, so recently I have graduated.
Very good.
Thank you so much. I was looking for who's saying that about the Python. I have 7 years of experience in manual testing. I would like to move to the Python or automation related. Like I would like to know like how much I can learn from this class, and is it Java, Python, or I got a reference one of your student. So
he recommended us.
Yeah, he recommended me. So I was very much excited.
Okay.
So
what did that person said to you?
He said that you will explain the class overall. Non-technical student also will get understand.
Okay.
So is it? It's a very good for you. Like join, and he shared me the link.
Okay, good, Saujanya. Thank you. I think it's very odd time for you. I think it will be midnight. Okay.
That's okay. I don't have any issues. I would like to congratulate to Praveen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Saujanya, this first point, the objective of this course. Okay. This is a very Python basic course. Okay.
Okay.
Obviously, everyone should start with the basics, right? Okay, we cannot get into advanced Python therapy. So this is the Python basic course. And I understand as per your interaction, you want to try for not testing related jobs. You want to get into the development. Agree?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what you have to do, the process, the steps, what you have, my recommendation. Step one, anyways, you have started this. I want you to complete this particular Python basic course. This will be approximately 25 days, 25 sessions.
Okay.
And then please also learn UI technologies.
Okay.
Okay. Have you heard about this?
Not exactly, but I'll try to search about it.
UI technologies
do
is
that.
combination of HTML, CSS,
Oh,
Bootstrap, JavaScript. Okay.
got it, got it.
So
Yeah, I know that recently I've done the CSS and HTML classes also, but I forgot the
okay.
name.
So please complete
Yeah.
this UI. It's not only HTML, CSS. The most important is JavaScript and Bootstrap. Okay, and
Oh,
document object model. Okay, so with that, those courses together, those technologies together is called as UI technologies. And the third step, the most important step, is Django framework.
okay.
This is called as advanced Python. In general terms, it is advanced Python. Once you complete all the 3 steps, you will get confidence attending the interview. Okay, we will share you sample resumes. You can prepare your resume and you can project some experience. Okay, and then you will be, if you are perfect in all these 3 steps, it helps you to switch your career from testing to definitely a development job. Okay,
Yeah. Thank you so much.
am I clear?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Friends, anybody else wants to have a talk? Please raise your hand. How are you doing, Boris? Thank you for joining.
I'm doing great, sir. Thanks
Your
for this.
location, please.
I'm in Punjab.
Sorry,
Punjab.
Punjab.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this is my second time of attending your Python classes.
You already attended my session.
Yes, I attended one other session some months back. So
Have you completed the course?
Yes, I completed that one, but I recently started the program in data science. So I wanted to take the course again so that I can complement the
You
two.
want to repeat again?
Yes.
All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Good morning, Sunita. How are you doing? Your location, your experience, please.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, I am now 42-year-old. I want to restart my career in IT industry. That's why
Very
actually
good.
my BTech was discontinued. My BTech was discontinued 20 years back.
Okay. Okay.
I worked that time. I worked in industries like electronics in electronics background.
Okay.
How
How
but
many years
now
of work experience you're having in electronics background?
I have almost 7 to 8 years of experience.
In electronics background.
Yeah, in electronics. Actually, I worked up to as a design engineer also.
Very good. Okay.
After 20 years, now I want to restart my career. For that, I started in doing my degree.
Okay, very good.
So I joined in BSc Data Science. Now I completed
Which
2
university?
years from Osmania University.
Okay. Is it a distance education or
No, regular college.
regular?
Actually, I
Very
joined
good.
in regular college only.
At this
So now,
particular age, you want to get back and then complete the education and getting into the career. It's an
yes,
inspiration,
sir.
Sunita. Okay. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Yes. So you have completed
Actually,
BSc. When did you complete this BSc?
next year almost I will complete 24
Okay,
June.
now you are studying still.
Yes, in final year. Now in final year.
Final year. Okay. Okay.
Actually,
You don't want to get into
Actually-
again electronics platform?
no,
Because your
electronics
previous-
is there a background, but previously it is there. But now I want to change move into this
IT
Python
industry.
and big data, this machine learning. IT industry is booming. That's why my husband suggested me to start
into
like this career.
Very good. Very good.
Get
How do
into
you
it.
know this course and this institute?
This institute, actually one of our friend referred us.
Okay. Thank you.
My
Thank
husband
you.
also, he completed AWS courses here.
Okay. Okay, good. Convey my
Uh,
regards to him.
I have some
Is
confusion, sir.
no,
Actually, for
am I
subject,
the instructor for his AWS?
I don't know. Actually, I
Okay.
don't know.
How many years back he has completed?
Last year only, in August month, same.
Okay. Okay, Sunita, all the best. Okay, anybody can get into IT industry. Age is not at all a barrier.
One
Okay,
small suggestion, sir. One small
Tell me.
suggestion I need, sir.
Tell me.
Actually, for final year, I have no SQL and uh, natural language processing (NLP). These two subjects are there. I need to
Mhm.
select one.
Mhm.
Which one is better? Which one is better for next career options?
My recommendation is no SQL.
No SQL.
That is my recommendation.
Okay, sir. And for big data and deep learning, which one is better?
Both are it's up to you. Both are good. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
One more final call before getting into the today's subject, Mr. Narode. Good morning. We cannot hear you, Rode. Please check your mic settings. Please check your mic settings. We cannot hear you. Thank you. Thank you. So let's get into the agenda of today's session. If anybody asks you what is Python, what should be your best answer? If anybody asks you what is Python, what should be your best answer? If anybody asks you what is Windows, if anybody asks you what is Windows, Windows is an operating system, right? If anybody asks you what is Oracle, Oracle is a, if anybody asks you what is Oracle, it is a database. If anybody asks you what is Python, what should be your best answer? Your best answer is Python is a programming language. Participants, what is Python? Because when you're learning something, you should know what is it. What is the main purpose behind it? If anybody asks you what is Python, the best answer is Python is a programming language. Do not think that Python is the only programming language available in the world. There are hundreds of Python programming languages. Few popular, very successful programming languages are Python, Java, JavaScript, C, C++, Go, C#. These are all few examples of programming languages. Okay, so there are many programming languages. I have listed some 6 programming languages which are very, very popular. Out of these programming languages, so we are learning the programming language called as Python. Any participants, if you have any question when I'm delivering the training, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. If you have questions, please raise your hand, because by default you cannot unmute. Controls will be with me. You directly cannot unmute. So you have to please raise your hand. Once you raise your hand, you will get an opportunity to speak. So you now know what is Python. Python is a programming language, and you also know along with Python, there are many other programming languages available. So these are a few examples of programming languages. Now, why are we learning a programming language? That's our next point. What is the use of programming language? So we are learning Python. Similar to Python, there are Java, there's JavaScript, C#, okay, C++. There are a lot of programming languages. Sunil, what is the main purpose of this programming language? Why should we learn programming language? What is the use of this programming language? Please have a look at this. We can develop applications using programming language. You can develop applications. Okay. For example, calculator is an application. Calculator is an application. You can develop these kind of applications. You can develop these kind of applications using Python. Not only, this is one example, ticket booking application. We all know Book My Show. We all book the tickets using Redbus. We all book the tickets using IRCTC. Any kind of applications, whether it is a ticket booking application or it is a calculator application, any kind of applications, say internet banking applications like ICICIbank.com or online banking applications. Got it? Or social media platforms like Facebook. Isn't it? So all these kind of applications you can develop using Python, using programming language. The main purpose of the programming language, why are we learning Python? Why are we learning not Python? We are learning programming language because using programming language, we can develop applications. We can develop applications. Next. Level of programming language. If anybody asks you, you're learning Python, tell me what level of programming language. What level of what is the level of programming language for Python? Okay, so Python is a high level language. All the programming languages are divided to 3 levels. All the programming languages are divided to 3 levels: low level programming language, medium level programming language, and high level programming. Participants, all the programming languages, there are hundreds of programming languages. All the programming languages are divided into 3 types: low level programming language, medium level programming language, and high level programming language. So Python is a high level programming language. High level programming language. What is the difference between? Don't go about difference between low level, high level. That's you don't worry about that. You know that high level programming language, Python is a high level programming language. High level programming languages are developer friendly. It's very comfortable for developers. We are all planning for Python developers. We are all planning to become Python developers, isn't it? That's what we are joining this course. It is very friendly for developers. Low-level programming languages are not developer friendly. They are machine friendly. They are used in robotics and other parts where you want to communicate to machines. High-level programming are developer friendly. It's very, very comfortable. You can easily learn. High-level programming languages are very easy to learn. They're very much developer friendly. That's what we want. We want a subject which is easy to learn. We don't want to struggle. Agree? Python is a high-level programming language. Okay? And who invented this Python? So father of Python is called as Guido van Rossum. So Python was invented by this person and his team, Guido van Rossum, in the year 1989. Okay, so in this year, Python was invented. Python is very, very popular. Especially in the current industry, Python is the most preferred programming language in the world. So if you search in Google, best programming language, Python is number 1 with respect to popularity. 65% of the developers love Python. Python is easy to learn. Extensive libraries, class platform. There's a lot of advantages of Python. Very easy to learn. Which is number 1 programming language. So this is called as. See, this comment simply learn says that it is JavaScript, and Python language is one of the most accessible programming language available because it is simplified syntax and not complicated. Simple. Emphasis and natural language, like how you and me will talk. Very, very comfortable. Is Python the future? Python has successfully completed its 3 decades and giving a tough competition to other programming languages. Therefore, it is very clear that the Python is going to be very important for software developers even in the upcoming year. Python is used in various domains. Python is used in data science. Python is used in artificial intelligence. Python is used in automation testing. Python is used for web applications. Python is used for standalone applications. The trends of Python. Okay, so Python is trending. The most preferred Python in programming language as of now is Python. So search more about Python, you will get an interesting concepts about Python. Most preferred currently, as per my analysis, Python is the most preferred programming language as of now and in future. So when Python is most preferred, it is having some special features, right? Okay. So why Python is used in artificial intelligence? Why Python is used in machine learning? Why Python is used in data science? Why Python is used in automation? Why Python is used in DevOps? So there's something special in Python. So you need to know what is the features of Python. Okay, so let's learn why, because Python is popular because of its features. Python is popular because of its features. So let's spend some time. Let's spend some time looking at features of Python. Let's spend some time looking at features of Python. The prerequisite. There is no prerequisite to learn Python. In my previous batches, there is one student joined Python, and she's studying in 10th standard. Mom and daughter both together joined Python. Both used to do combined learning. They both used to discuss. Python is introduced in schools also. If you look at the CBSE syllabus of the 9th student, I think 9th class, so Python is introduced. There is no prerequisites participant. Anybody can learn Python. To learn Python, should we learn Java or should we learn C++? Nothing. Directly jump into Python. You may have questions, Sunil. I am zero in technology. I don't know how to. I have never worked in any program till now. I have never written any program. Not required. Please break that mental barriers. Don't come with mental fixtures saying that I'm non-technical person. Can I get the job, software jobs? No, it's not the case. If you look at the software industry, don't think that only people who are computer science are getting into IT job. No, if you can see a lot of resources who are from non-technical people successfully made their career in IT industry. Clear? So coming to this particular point, the prerequisite, there is no prerequisite to learn Python. Anybody can learn Python. Okay, so what are the features of Python? As we have checked in the internet, Python is one of the most preferred programming language. Let's learn about the features of Python. Let's learn about the features of Python. These are a few important features of Python. First, most important, it's simple and easy to learn, which is very, very important. When it is simple and when it is easy to learn, what is stopping you? Please learn. It's an open source. Python is free. It's a high-level programming language, which is very easy to learn. As I said, there are 3 levels of programming language. It's a high-level programming language, means developers friendly. Platform independent. What does that mean? If you build a Python application, it runs on Windows operating system. It also runs on Linux operating system. So it is not dependent on operating system. That is called platform independent. That's called Python. It's called as platform independent. It is not specific to platform. Okay, you can deploy Python application on Windows environment. You can also deploy Python application on Linux environment or Solaris environment. It works. Platform independent. Dynamically typed. You may have a question. So what do you mean by dynamically typed? In Python, there is a concept of variables. Once we get into practicals, try to understand. If you don't understand this, don't worry. In practicals, you'll understand what do you mean by dynamically typed. Just now I'm giving an example. In Python, you can just write variable a equal to 10. That's it. You don't need to mention the data type of this variable, whether it is an integer or whether it is a string or whether it is a float. You don't need to worry about this. Just mention variable name and the value what you want to store in that variable. It is dynamically typed. You don't need to type the data type. Type stands for data type. Dynamical. You don't need to statically define the data type. Data type is automatically considered based on the value what you store. So dynamically type, don't worry, you will understand it. I hope you have already understood. If you don't understand, Once we get into practicals, you'll understand what it means by dynamical typing. Python is procedure oriented, so you can enjoy the advantages of procedure oriented. It's also object oriented. You can enjoy the advantages of object oriented. We'll discuss about what is procedure oriented, what is object oriented once we get into practicals. You have a lot of libraries. There is a lot of libraries available in Python. Libraries are nothing but predefined code. Predefined code is called as library. You can use this predefined code, which will help in completing your activities. So these are the features of Python, because of which it is very, very frequently used, and Python is special. Python is special because of these features. What else you want? It is easy to learn. Extensive libraries are available. If you want some functionalities, if the functional is already available, please use the functionality from the library. How can we use the functionality from the library? We'll see it practically. It is having both advantages of procedure-oriented, object-oriented, is dynamically typed, platform independent, high level, and it's free. Clear? So these are the features of Python. These are the features of Python. Perfect. Any questions? Any questions? I hope I'm very clear. If you have any questions, participants, if you have any questions, you can raise your hand. And one important point, this session is recorded. Every session is recorded, and then you will have access to the recording. Perfect. Let's move on. Yes, Nikhil, good morning.
Hi, sir. I'm audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, sir.
Your
Thank you.
experience, please.
Yeah, currently I'm working in Wells Fargo and I have almost 12 plus years of experience in IT industry.
Very good.
So
Which platform?
I have worked for Solaris. Initially, I started my career with Solaris and then moved to Linux. So from Linux, I'm almost working last 7 years. So one of my friend, he referred me to join the class, and his name is Jeevan. I think he's also joining this. So
My
I'm
regards
from.
to him.
Yeah, sure. So how often they will use Python in Linux environment, sir? So here I have just a doubt. As you updated, as you suggested that most of the Python programming language, which is used for app development, all this kind of stuff.
Correct.
So how often they will use in Linux and in Linux platform?
Okay. So I have one question to you. You have started your career in Solaris. Now you have work experience. You have worked in close to 8 years in Linux. Okay. Now, what made you to learn Python? Did anybody ask you to learn Python, or is it?
No, actually, I'm from last 2 years I'm searching to learn Python. So I have a basic knowledge on scripting.
Why are you learning? Why are you planning to?
Actually, here in my current organization, I have the facility. So
internal job change.
Not only internal job change, we have a workload to create some develop some scripts in Python.
Okay, get it. So in Linux, you can develop Python scripts. Okay, and you can run the Python scripts to automate some activities. Nikhil, because I never worked on Linux, I have no exposure. But what is the information? What I have is using Python. Python is used as programming language. Python is used as scripting language also. Nikhil. Okay.
Yeah.
So you can build Python scripts using this knowledge. You can develop the Python scripts, and you can run the Python scripts based on a specific event. Okay. So
we'll use any tools, sir?
We'll see that in the comment section how exactly we have to use tools related to Python. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Nikhil.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Perfect. Next. Okay. So we know, so Python is programming language used as developing applications. Yes, anybody can learn Python. So why to delay? Enough about theory. Let's jump into practicals. If you want to practice Python, if you want to hands-on, if you want to run the Python program, first you have to install Python on your personal laptop or desktop. Is it? you have to install Python in your personal laptop and desktop. So this is very simple. I will be clearly explaining you now I'll be showing it to you on the live, the steps which you need to follow for installing Python on your personal laptop. I strongly recommend immediately after this session, you also please install Python, because today anyways, we will end our session with the first program. That means we have, by today, day one itself, we'll start practicals. By tomorrow, we'll be running few more programs. So don't delay, don't postpone. So whatever you are learning, immediately please do practice, so that you feel very confident and excited and interested for the next session. Okay. So I hope you know it. So maintaining interest, not only in day one till the last day, is very, very important to get the success, isn't it? So generally human mentality on day first beginning days, we will be very excited, we will be very committed. But generally because of our office work or some other disturbances, we do not tend to maintain the curiosity or interest till the last day. That's a human psychology. But I request you to please take this very seriously. If you want to learn Python, doing practicals, at least watching the video before coming to the next session whenever you're free, which helps you to retain the concepts, whatever. The best thing is to practice. Okay. To retain the concepts, whatever we are learning. Okay. So let's get started. How can we install Python on your personal laptop or desktop? Okay. So the official website of Python is python.org. Participants, this is the official website of Python. The site is python.org. In this particular official website, can you see there's an option called download, and there's an option called download for Windows. Because my laptop is installed with Windows operating system, so I'm downloading for Windows. So where is the download option? Can you see here? Here we have an option called downloads. Agree? So from the downloads, I'll be selecting download for Windows. If you are using Mac operating system, you have to select this download for Mac. If you are using some other Linux operating systems, then you have to go for corresponding other platforms. So my case, I want to go for download for Windows, and I click on this Python. The version what we are downloading is 3.11.4. Where I want to download, you can download any location. The best thing I'm downloading in my downloads. You can see here, participants, the tool has been downloaded. You can see it has been downloaded. And very interesting point, it is a very small file of 24 MB. That's all. A very, very small Python file of how much size? 24 MB. Very simple file. In my case, it is taking brackets 1 because the exe file is already available. In your case, you will not find this brackets 1. Okay. Let me show you one more time. Let me show them. Let me delete. Okay. I'm downloading again. So go to downloads. Download for 3.11.4. It will ask you where do you want to download. I want to download in the downloads folder. Just click on save. Just in no time, participants, the file has been downloaded. Observe, so what file? It's an exe file. If it's an exe file, executable file. Okay. If you want to see the extensions, go to view and make sure that please go to this option. Make sure that go to view option in your Windows options, and then go to, there's an option called file name extensions. Please make sure that you select this checkbox. If you don't select this checkbox, exe extension is not displayed. It's always good to know the extensions of the files which you are downloading. So please make sure that you select this checkbox, file name extensions, so that you can also see the extensions of file names. So, okay, so the file name is .exe file, which has been downloaded. Okay. Exe file is downloaded. Obviously, what you do naturally, once the exe file is downloaded, we install it. You run this particular exe file. You run when you run the exe file, step 1 is downloading the exe file. Next step is to run the exe file. We have completed downloading the exe file. It is a very small software. of 24 MB file. Very good. Now, what is the next thing we have to do is to run this exe file. Observation, exe file has been downloaded. Yes, we already have observed. Yes, you are right. We already have observed the exe file has been downloaded. Next, you have to run the exe file. That's it. When you run the exe file, within no time, the Python will be installed. Very, very simple. Look at this. Now I'm running the exe file. Install Python. I'm selecting install now, and make sure that, very important, select this checkbox, add Python exe to path. Please select this checkbox. That's what I have mentioned here. Add python.exe to path. So select this checkbox, and then you have an option called install now. I'll be selecting this install now. Let's wait for less than a minute for the Python to get installed in the laptop. Every point will be very clear from my side. Let's wait for the Python to get installed. Please read this. Setup was successful. Python is successfully installed. Just click on close. My dear friends, we are done with installation of Python. As simple as that. That's all. Click my install now. That's all. The Python has been installed. You may have a question, Sunil. How to know whether Python is successfully installed or not? How can we confirm? How can we verify whether the Python is successfully installed or not? Very simple. If you want to verify whether the installation process is correct or not, or successful or not, you have to just open the command prompt. Just open the command prompt, and you have to write Python. This is the command prompt. Go to start and then search for CMD, stands for command prompt. Every laptop will have this command prompt. Open the command prompt. Now you are in the command prompt. In the command prompt, you have to just type Python. If you just type Python, please look at the output. If you're getting this response, Python 3.11.4 version, if you're getting this response, this kind of response, this is a proof that the Python has been successfully installed. This is the proof that the Python has been installed. So we already have also learned how can we install Python in your personal laptop. After installation, you also have verified whether Python is successfully installed or not. Am I clear? If yes, please type yes in the chat box. The chat is open now. Am I clear in explaining you what is Python? Am I clear in explaining you how to install Python on your personal laptops or desktop? After installation, am I clear in explaining you how to check whether the Python is successfully installed or not? Very simple. Open the command prompt and you have to just type. Just type this word Python. If you're getting this response like this 3.11 type help copyright credit license, this kind of response, if you're getting, that's a proof that the Python is successfully installed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the responses. For Mac, Sunita, you have to select Python. For instead of Windows, you have to select Mac operating system from the website. We are done. So where are we standing in today's agenda? We have learned the features of Python. We have learned the Python installation process. Next, we have also learned how can we verify Python. Next, I want to introduce you IDLE. Participants, I want to introduce you IDLE. I want to introduce you IDLE. What is IDLE stands for? IDLE stands for Integrated development learning environment. Okay, participants, please have a look at this. Participants, please have a look at this. I want to introduce this environment, learning environment. We are all learners, right? Participants, what are we? We are learning. You need an environment to learn. Python IDLE stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. It's an environment where you can write the programs. Where should I write the programs? You may have a question. Python is installed. So where should I write the programs? Should I write the programs in Excel or Word document? Where should I write the program? How should I run the program? We all need an environment. Should I run the program using browser? You may have a lot of doubts, especially from non-technical people. You need an environment where you can write some Python lines and then you can check the outputs. That environment is called as IDLE, stands for Integrated Development Learning Environment. You may have here. Okay, Sunil, show me that environment. You said it's an environment where you can write some Python code, that is called as IDLE. Very good. So Sunil, show me where is Python IDLE. How to start this learning? Sorry, IDLE. If anybody asks so more information about this integrated development learning environment, it is a REPL tool. IDLE, Python IDLE is a REPL tool. What do you mean by REPL tool? This learning environment will read your Python code. It will read the Python code. It will evaluate. Evaluate is nothing but understands your Python code. Prints nothing but prints you the output of the Python code. It will print the output of the Python code. And again, loop stands for, again, it goes back to first step called the reading the code. And again, it will be ready for reading your next code. So integrated development environment is a REPL tool. Integrated development environment is called as REPL tool. If anybody asks you what is Python IDLE, your answer should be Python IDLE is a REPL tool. That tool IDLE is used for reading your code, understanding, that's called evaluating the code, and printing the output. And again, looping is that good. Again, it goes to first step. Again, it will be ready for reading the next code. So it is a REPL tool. Python is the IDLE is a REPL tool which can read the Python code, evaluate the Python code. Evaluate is nothing but understand the Python code, gives you the output, that is called printing the Python code. Loop again, it will be ready for the next Python code. So Python IDLE is a REPL tool. Okay, so we'll show me the IDLE. I'm interested. I want to use this integrated level of development learning environment. Where is this learning environment? How can I open the learning environment? How can I write the Python code? How can I get the output of the Python code? You said it's a REPL tool. I want to experience it, yes. Let's open the learning environment. Let's open the learning environment. How to open the learning environment? How to open the learning environment? IDLE, when I say learning environment, I refer to IDLE. How to open IDLE? How can I open the integrated development learning environment? It's very simple. How did we verify whether the Python is successfully installed or not? Participants, how did we verify? Participants, how did we verify whether the Python is installed or not? Open the command prompt, and we have used Python. This is the process we have to follow to open the integrated development learning environment. If you want to open the integrated development learning environment, open the command prompt. In the command prompt, you have to use the word. You have to use the word. You have to use the word Python. The moment you use the word Python and press enter, you will be entered into IDLE. Look at this. Now you are in the integrated development learning environment. Okay, so Python 3.11.4 version, and you are in the learning environment. This is IDLE. Whenever you can see this three angular right symbols. Okay, so that's nothing but the learning environment prompt. This kind of three right side angular marks is the learning environment. Now your Python learning environment is ready to accept. Your cursor is waiting for your Python code. Your learning environment waits for the Python code. Okay, it is waiting for you as a developer. It is waiting for you. Please write it. Cursor is waiting. You can see. It's seriously waiting for you Python course. So this is nothing but the learning environment. How to open the learning environment? Opening the learning environment is nothing but very simple. Open the command prompt and just use Python. You will be entered into the learning environment. So this is the Python learning environment. Perfect. Okay. Sunil, how to write the Python code? This is the learning environment. Very good, Sunil. Got it. How to write the Python code? Look at this. I'll be showing you a few lines of Python code. I want to print my name in the output. I want to print some characters in the output. In Python, if you want anything in the output, you have to use print. Open the brackets. Open the brackets. Whatever you want to print, you have to write it in single quotes. Let's say I want to print my name. Single quotes close. Brackets close. This print line is used to print output in the console. Whatever you write it in the single quotes, that is as it is printed. Look at the output here. Participants are getting Sunil in the output. This print line is used to print the output. So print anything, you have to write it. So you don't think that you should not give any space, or you have to give one space. No, there's no restriction. Let's say I want to print hello world in the output. Whatever you want to print, write it in single quotes and close the brackets, and then are you getting hello world? Yes. So it's a very easy programming language. It's very comfortable. You don't need to worry. Don't think that we should give some space or we should not give some space. It's up to you. You can give some space, and again you can give some space. And you can print any characters. If you want, you can print any characters. The same characters will be displayed now. It's a REPL tool. It is reading your print line. It is understanding what you want to print. It is printing the output. Again, it is ready for the next line. Okay. You want to do some calculations. Let's say I want to do some calculation 10 plus 20. Yes, you can use it. Your REPL tool is reading the Python code, understanding the code, and giving you some calculations. Okay. Okay. So I'm writing one more. I want to compare 10 less than 20. Is it condition true? Yes, the condition is true. It is showing you a condition is true. It's very intelligent. You are asking whether 10 is less than 20. Yes, it is true. So it is able to evaluate the code and gives you some result also. So how can we open this learning environment? In the command prompt, I have to use Python. When you use Python, the learning environment gets open. How to close the environment? There are two ways to close this learning environment, participants. There are two ways to close the learning environment. One way is to click on this close button. Can you see right side, like in Windows, you have close button to close the learning environment, or you can use exit, open brackets and closing brackets, which will help you to close the environment. This is the right approach, good approach. Please follow this exit, which helps you to close the environment. The environment is now closed and you are now back to command prompt. This is not the learning environment. Learning environment, if you get these three angular symbols, is the learning environment. This is just a command prompt. And then you can close the command prompt. So that is how you should be in a position to comfortably work with learning environment. You need an environment to write the Python code and to get some outputs. That is called as ideally. I've shown you how to open the ideally, open the command prompt. Again, if you want to go to the learning environment, go to command prompt, and you have to use the word. Correct. You are right. You have to use the word Python. So this is the learning environment where you can do some calculations. Are you understanding? How to close this learning environment? Exit is to close the learning environment. And then you get the command prompt back, and then you can close this particular command prompt. Okay. Clear about this? Perfect. 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 Next. Every session is interesting, participants. We don't waste this 1 hour time. We never waste this 1 hour time. Okay, every discussion is important. Every interaction is important. Lot of points we have learned in just 1 hour session. So don't miss any sessions, very important. How to write a first program. How to run your first program. I want to write my first Python program. You may have a question, Sunil. We already have written the program to print some hello name, to print some characters in the output by using the print line, which is in the integrated development environment. That is not called as a program. That's a learning environment where you're testing your Python lines. You can write a Python program exclusively. You can write the Python program exclusively in a file. I want to show you how to write a Python program. I want to show you how to write a Python program. Okay, now in my laptop, in D drive, okay, or in D drive, any location. Don't get into desktop or my documents. Okay, it's directly as simple as C drive or D drive. Go to D drive. I am creating a new folder. We all know how to create a folder, right? I'm creating a new folder. A folder name can be anything. I'm writing it as 11 a.m. Participants, folder name can be anything. I have created a new folder. In D drive, I have created a new folder. The name of the folder is 11 a.m. Okay. In this D drive 11 a.m. folder, I want to create my first Python program. In this location, I have to save my first Python program. Okay. Okay. Now I'm showing you how to write a Python program. How to write a Python program. How to write a Python program is very, very simple. Okay. I want to write a Python program to print a hello world. I want to write a first Python program to print some lines of code. I want to print hello world. So if you want to write a Python program, first open the notepad. Open the notepad. You want to write a Python program to print some characters. So I have used print. The same thing we have used in the learning environment, but I'm not doing it in learning environment. I'm writing in the form of Python program. Let's say I want to print some hello world. This is the print line. Okay, that's it. I'm not running this line in the integrated development learning environment. I'm creating a special exclusively a Python program. Python programs are nothing but files with extension .py. Python programs are with extension .py. Okay, so what I'll do, I go to file, save as. Do you remember I have created a new folder? I think in D drive, I have created a new folder. Do you remember it is 11 a.m. folder? In this 11 a.m. folder, by default, the notepad files are text files, right? .txt. Remember, you have to change the extension. First point, save as type, change to all files. Save as type, change to all files and give the file name. File name can be anything. I'm writing it as something like ABC. Dot, what should be the extension? .py. What is the extension? .py. What is the new thing to learn? The new thing to learn is Python files are saved with extension .py. I'm saving my first Python program, which is having one line of code, print hello world. I'm saving it with the name abcd.py, save. The Python program has been successfully saved. Where is the Python program available? It is available in 11 a.m. folder. Okay, with abcd.py. It is understood as a Python file because you can see .py. That's the reason I always recommend you go to view option, make sure that you select this file name extension checkbox so that you can see the extension. The Python file has been created. This is called as a Python file or Python program has been successfully created. Where is the Python program? The Python program name is abcd.py, where it is created in D drive 11 a.m. Program is created. How to run this program? Not just creating the program, we should also learn how can you run your first program? How to run the first program? If you want to run the first program, open the command prompt, go to the location where the Python file is available. Open the command prompt. So I open the command prompt. CMD stands for command prompt. Yes, I open the command prompt. Right now, command prompt is pointing to C drive user del folder, but where you have to go to the location where your Python file is available. Where is the Python file available? In D drive 11M. First, you go to D drive. Now your command prompt is pointing to participants. Now your command prompt is pointing to D drive. In D drive, you have to go to which folder? In D drive, participants, you have to go to which folder? 11 a.m. folder. CD stands for change directly. So write 11 a.m. Now your command prompt is pointing to 11 a.m. folder where the Python file is available. Yes, now, so the point is first you have to reach to the location where the Python file is available. Once you reach to the location, now you have to run this file. What is the file name? abcd.py. How to run the file? Using the word Python and mention the file name which you want to run. Python, mention the file name which you want to run. abcd.py. This is how to run the program. This is how to run the program. Mention the file name which you want to run. I want to run this abcd.py. How many lines of code is there in the abcd.py? Do you remember there's only one line of code? So that line of code will be executed. Are you getting the hello world output? Perfect. Are you getting the hello world output? Perfect. My dear participants, please respond in the chat box. Am I clear in showing you how to create a Python file? Please respond in the chat box. Am I clear in showing you how to create your first Python program? Point number one, every Python program should be saved with extension. What should be extension? .py. It may be one line of program. Participants. It may be one line of program or 100 lines of program. Program length is not important. What is our plan? Our plan is to learn how can we write our first program and how to run the program. Perfect. How to write the program and how to run the program. So I have written my first program in D drive 11 AM. The Python program is, the file name is abcd.py. Yes, the Python program created, and I have executed the program by using Python, followed by the file name. That's it. As simple as that. So what's your duty today? If you are completely new to Python, if you are very serious in learning Python, basics course, what we are learning, basics is very important. Okay. Advanced Python is comfortable only when you're strong in the basics. Okay. So what is your responsibility today? Please install Python in your personal laptop and experience the integrated development learning environment. Okay. Experience the integrated development learning environment and or create a new Python program. It's your own file name, whatever you want, and run the Python program. Make yourself comfortable talking to Python. This is our plan for today's session. I'm sure you have enjoyed today's session. Tomorrow, please join using the same link. The meeting link will remain the same for the next 2-3 days because these are all demo sessions. What is our plan for tomorrow? In tomorrow, we'll learn how can we create variables. Tomorrow will be continuation of today's session. Using the same link, please join tomorrow also, same time, 11 o'clock, 11 AM as per India time, where we learn how can we discuss. We have just written one line of program. We learn how can we create variables, how can we perform calculations, how to save the Python program. There's something called edit plus editor. So all this I want to introduce in a tomorrow session. I hope you have enjoyed today's session. Please join tomorrow for continuation of the learning. Until then, have a good time. Before closing, any questions? Before closing, any questions? Yes, good morning, Renuka. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hello.
Yes, Renuka, your question, please.
I have a question regarding REPL tool. I got the read, evaluate, and print, but what is the meaning of loop?
Loop stands for, loop is nothing but again it go back to first option.
Okay.
Loop stands for again it goes to read option, and your cursor will be waiting for reading the program. Okay, that's called REPL. Okay, loop is nothing but this 4 steps will be continuously repeated. Okay. Okay, Renuka.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Nalore. Yes, Narode. Please check your mic settings. We cannot hear you. Newman.
Yes, sir. Can you hear
How are
me?
you? Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you, sir.
How
Actually,
is
I'm
today's session?
about the certification. Any particular certification for Python exams, Retina exams?
Not required.
Not required.
Not required. No, the only thing what you need is a subject in Python. Okay, there is no much importance for certification, especially in Python. Okay.
Okay, sir.
You are in which location?
Maharashtra.
Perfect. Okay. Yes, Rohit.
Yes, sir, I want to know, while running the program, you have mentioned some CD like that. Actually, I opened the folder. After that, what is that
You have
meaning?
opened the folder.
After entering into Python, we have to
Okay.
run the program.
Rohit. Okay, look at this, Rohit.
Yes.
I'm closing this.
Okay, sir.
Where is the program available? 11 AM folder, right?
It's 11
D drive 11 AM. Okay, so how to file name is abcd.py. Am I right?
Yes,
Rohit?
yes.
So
Yes,
how
sir.
to run the program? First, I have to open the
Command prompt.
Now, where is the command prompt pointing? Is it pointing to D drive 11 AM folder?
No.
It is pointing to C drive. Agree?
Yes.
It is not pointing to D drive. It is pointing to C drive. So how to go to this location? Tell me. How to go to D drive?
D colon.
Correct. Now you are in D drive. Can I run the program from here?
No, I think we have to.
Can we run the program from D drive? No. We have to change to 11 AM, right?
Yes.
CD stands for change directory.
Okay.
Directory is nothing but folder. In D drive, CD stands for change directory. You have to mention which directory you want to go to. I want to go to, mention the directory name.
We have to
Okay.
do space and then 11, right?
Sorry, CD space, mention the directory name. Directory name is nothing but folder name. Okay.
Okay.
Now you are pointing to 11A folder. Now from here, how to run it? Python. CD dot. Got it?
Okay, got it.
So CD stands for change directory.
Change directory. Okay.
How is today's session, Rohit?
Yeah, very good, very understandable. Yeah, very understandable. Thank you.
Thank you all. This is our plan for today's session. I hope you have enjoyed the session. See you tomorrow using the same link where we'll learn more about variables and editors. Okay, thank you.